That's why I cut the camera on, because I'm like, why does it look like I'm about to take all this stuff like I'm a senior citizen? You know how when you get a certain age, you have to take like 55 pills a day? That's what my table is looking like right now. If you're looking for garlic pills, there you go. But you're supposed to have raw garlic. So don't be like me, be better than me. I act like I can't get it off. Here we go. Oh. Y'all, why do they look bigger? That wasn't even what I got excited about anyway. What I got excited about was because, y'all, I was influenced in supplements. And I'll see y'all. Hopefully the next time I see y'all, one, my hair will be combed, and two, I'll be off the sofa. Okay? Yes, I am hopeful for today. And be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay, 'cause we hopeful. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Another day with me in this car. Hold on, y'all. I feel like I got a book in my. Just hold on 1 second. Okay, let's try that again. Now, anyways, as I was saying, good morning to all. I just wanted to come on here and do another visual diary while I was just kind of going over how I'm feeling to myself. I've been doing a lot of that, like self-reflection or whatever. I think that's what it's called. I think that's what I'm trying to say, self-reflection. But yeah, as far as the journey is going, y'all, I have just been so shocked at how well I have been being consistent. Y'all know consistency has always been my nemesis. Like, it's always been my nemesis, because I don't have a problem actually physically doing things, but if it's something that I'm supposed to remember to do every day or once a week, or, you know, whatever the case may be, that's where your girl falls off at. It'll take one thing to throw me off, and then I just never come back to it. So, but I feel like in this particular journey, this go round, I have fallen off and I've jumped right back on the next day. And even in me jumping off, it's like I still had that voice in the back of my head, like, first of all, you know this is wrong, and second of all, tighten up for the rest of the day, and third of all, we're getting right back on this tomorrow, so don't ever play yourself off these streets. Like, that's where my head has been, and I love that for me. Like, I absolutely love that for me. So I think the difference this time is, I told y'all, it's two co-workers at work that know what I have going on, which that's fine, because they were doing a weight loss challenge with me, which was for the whole month of April. But today is actually May the 2nd. So, you know, they're no longer in that with me anymore. And now I'm just kind of off on my own. And, but I told y'all that I joined a 30-day challenge with Miss Brooklyn. If I lower y'all, it's only because the police be sitting around in certain areas, and I'm not trying to get interrupted with a ticket on my way to work this morning. Who, at any rate, all right, let's get it. Hop out of 16 passenger. Let's get it. Don't look at me, good sir. You need to be going. Y'all know I get road rage. I'm sorry. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I have been so excited about my consistency, because every time I fall off that horse, You got to get right back on it and ride it. You just got to get right back on it and ride it. And that is what I have been doing. And I love that for me. I love that so much for me. And I think I love it so much because I'm finally in a place where I feel like my my efforts are not going in vain. You know, I can see some physical changes in my waistline. I kind of see what people are seeing in my face. Not, I'm not just like, oh, girl, your face is slimming down. But yeah, I can see it just a little bit. But moreover, the scale is started scaling, and I think I was telling y'all about this last week, how I definitely am going to have to stay off the scale and go back to getting on it once a month. Just jump on it at the end of every month, because the scale can be your best friend, or the scale could definitely be the ops. The scale could definitely be the ops. So, yeah, because I was telling y'all I had gained like 7 pounds in a matter of hours. Like, that was crazy. But update on those 7 pounds in a day, that was totally PMS related. I was on my cycle, so that's where all of that weight came from. I guess that's a mixture of like water weight, PMS, and all the other hormones that come along with it. But yeah, so men, relax. When y'all are on our case about losing weight, or if we're doing right or not doing right, like, y'all have to realize that we come with we're a lot more delicate when it comes to weight loss. We are a lot more delicate when it comes to weight loss. And with my man, karma has definitely snuck up on that ass. And I'm not mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. So, I told y'all, since I've been weighing in every week, the scale has just been right there at the ready. So, since it's sitting right there in the bathroom, he decided that he wanted to jump on it last night. All I'm going to say is, he jumped on that scale last night and he realized that all them potato chips, muffins, honey bun, rolls, this man, I told y'all about last week, when this man sat there and ate a whole dozen donuts, 12 donuts, like Homer Simpson, back to back to back to back in my face until the box was empty. Part of it was him being a glutton, and part of it was just him being petty and pretty much saying, oh, look, I can eat this, I can have all of this, and you can't have any of it. You had to drive all the way home smelling it, and now I'm going to eat all of it in your face, and you cannot have not even a lick of the top of the icing.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Well, all of that has came back to bite him in the ass. And unless he starts making a change now, the scale is only going to continue to go up. So, I I felt vindicated last night. The scale definitely was my homie last night, as far as him jumping on the scale. And then, to put the cherry on top, when I jumped on the scale this morning, I had lost another 3 pounds. So, with all of that being said, just keep positivity in the air, and maybe positivity will come back your way. Vindication, it's a wonderful feeling. But yeah, but outside of that, I'm just speaking to you men in general. Like, it's just a scientific fact that men lose weight a lot easier than women. So, for you people that have never been fat, like, especially a man that's never been fat, or never like grew up around a big person to actually see their habits and see that it's not always about, oh, you always sitting around eating cupcakes and Twinkies and French fries. Like, no, it's a lot of overweight people that eat healthy, don't eat all the time, like, and just genetically they're just big. It's just big women out here that's in their genetics. And I mean, I do feel like regardless if it's in your genetics or not, that it is some type of way for you to be able to lose weight, but you got to figure out whatever that formula is. So that be the thing for us women. It's not just about eat 3 salads a day and go work out for an hour and you're gonna look like Beyonce. It doesn't work like that for women. For most men, yeah, that is the case. I don't care if you started out at 600 pounds. If you put a little exercise, a little walking, that walking turn into a jog, and lift a couple of weights, and put all of that fatty food down and just switch over a little bit and start drinking water, men lose weight. That's the automatic recipe for men. But us women, baby, we got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. And I think that's another thing about my journey this go round, is that since I joined that group, she has given me so many helpful supplements. She has given me so many healthy supplements to aid me along in this journey, that's another reason why I'm being so successful. And so again, shout out to you, Miss Brooklyn. Y'all will probably hear me shouting her out for a good little minute, because she put me onto things that, first of all, I would not have educated myself about. Not right now anyway. Maybe at some point in my journey I would have actually taken the time to sit down and invest in product education to see some things that I could use to aid me along with the journey. But it's kind of like she started the blueprint of it, and now that I see how helpful these things are in my journey, I can't help but to continue to use it. You feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna have to hang up with y'all in a second because I'm gonna be at work. But yeah, all of these dietary supplements and things like that, and some of them are not even dietary supplements. Some of them are just things as far as like lemon, lime, ginger, apple cider vinegar, things of that nature, things that you could just pick up in your local grocery store, things that you use to cook with or clean with, because lemons are used as a cleaning agent. Like, these are things that I should have been implementing in my diet, and I wasn't. And so I don't know. I'm just very thankful and grateful to her for not gatekeeping. And I always tell her that, like, thank you so much for not being a gatekeeper. Like, for her to be able to lose over 200 pounds naturally, like, so you did your big one. I'm sorry, you did your big one. And um so she has her own dreams and goals and ambitions of what she's trying to go get to. And I'm her number one fan at this point, because it's like, I understand the struggle. So for you to have made it that far, you's a strong woman. You is a strong woman, and you deserve to have your back unbigged. But yeah, I feel like it was more stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I just had to fly out the house, y'all. I have supposed to been on overtime all this week, and I just still been getting to work at my regular time, doing a regular 8 hours, because I have been struggling this week to get up, cook my breakfast, and make it out the house at a decent time. Even though I even set my alarm to get up, an hour earlier. I set my alarm to get up an hour earlier so that I could leave out an hour earlier. because I signed up to be to work an hour earlier. But none of that has happened this week. I think I made it to work early one time, and that was last Friday. Then this week, I haven't made it to work early at all, just only on time. And so maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll go 2 for 2. And tomorrow being Friday, maybe I'll get to work an hour early. Anyway. Oh, I bought my what's it called with me to work today? My sweatsuit. What is it called? Sauna suit. My sauna top. I bought my sauna top with me, so that I can put that on before I go exercise on my lunch break today. So I'm gonna see if that helps me burn off a couple extra calories since I only have 30 minutes a day to work out. I'm trying to squeeze everything that I could squeeze out of those 30 minutes. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all, I have made it to the workhouse and I have also completely forgotten what I actually turned the camera on to really talk about. But hopefully it'll come back to me. It might come to me when I'm exercising. It might come to me when I'm just sitting at my desk. But either way, if I think about it, I'll come back and talk to y'all. Other than that, I want you to have a beautiful day, and I'll certainly be back.